What is going on, community? All you boxing fans, critics, analysts, everyone who loves the sport of boxing, the community, family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those who will tune in a moment, those who, will tune in after the live, who will listen to what I got to say here. We're just going to talk a little bit of news, you know what I'm saying? A little boxing talk and news. Interesting stuff I want to share with you guys. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've heard it, as far as what we're going to talk about, and maybe you haven't. So I mean, it's some interesting things that I want to share with you. Every day, like I say, man, every day it's something new. Every day it's something new, when it comes to the sport of boxing. So I mean, we always have new developments, because there's so many, politics, what it is in boxing. You know what I mean? Dates change, people calling out other people, fighters, you know what I'm saying, contracts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, I got to share this with you guys. I mean, I'm sure you probably haven't heard it yet, and I want to share this with you. D-Lo, Mark Blake. Hey, yeah. Yeah, Mark. How you doing, Mark? How you doing, D-Lo? How you guys doing this morning, man? It's a great week. Great day to start the week. I mean, right? We got to be optimistic on Mondays. I know sometimes it's like, man, I don't want to get up. I got to go to work or what have you, right? But we got to be optimistic about it. Keep our heads up. Keep our eyes open, stay alert, staying safe. I hope you guys are doing great, with your families and your loved ones, you know what I'm saying? Your homes, everything, man. Just do your best, fight in life, you know what I'm saying? Be fighters, you know what I'm saying? Keep hope alive, you know what I mean? So I want to get to some news, man. First and foremost, like I said, I hope you guys are doing good. I'm having a great time, man. I hope you guys tuned into the live yesterday. If you didn't, you can go back after this, you know what I'm saying? Go check it out. Great show, man. I had with Curtis Anderson, man. Salute to my brother, Reggie Owens. I said there also in the show that soon we're going to continue our series, Boxing Then and Now Part 8. Soon we're going to do that. Like I said, I've been busy, you know what I mean? Back in my semester studying my degree, work, and things like that. So, I mean, just kind of hectic schedule, but hey, still pushing content. Definitely, man. Definitely. Because, boxing is still going. So obviously, so it's all good. So, yeah, but we're going to get that going. So, yeah, you go back yesterday. You could go check it out. We talked about Jerome Ennis. We talked about some heavyweight stuff, just the fighters that recently fought, on Saturday. So good stuff, man. So let's get to it, man. I kind of want to get right to it. I don't know about this stuff, man. I want to share the screen with you. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and share it. Just wait a second. If you can bear with me. Wait one moment here. This is what's going on. First, we're going to start with some fluff news. That's what we call it, right? Fluff news, So let's start with some fluff news. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can, right? Yeah. So we have here, just let me know if you guys can see it, all right? Hold on. Just wait a second. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to fix it up here. This is pretty much what we don't want to see in the sport of boxing, but it's happening. I just want to show you guys, you know what I mean? Hold on. Here we go. I got this right here. I'm going to share the links in the description, to keep it, up and up, everything on the up and up there. So we have here the Concrete Jungle official profile, man. Ryan Garcia is desperate, man. I that's just my, first impression on all this. Who knows when he's going to fight Campbell? Who knows? Months been going by, man. So much time, as weeks have been going by, dragging along or going by fast, more like, right? And supposedly they were supposed to fight, you know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia and Campbell. We were all excited about it. We were all talking about how Ryan Garcia, this is a great step up for Ryan Garcia. No announcements at all. Obviously, we know the whole issue that Golden Boy is going through, that DAZN is going through with Canelo. Last we heard was that, certain stipulations or the wording wasn't right. More than that, right? More that the wording wasn't right. The terminology wasn't right. And the lawsuit that Canelo had against him, I went live on that. If I'm mistaken, I went live on that talking about it. And actually, I think I made a video, but then I took it down because I don't remember why I took it down. I took it down for some reason. But yeah, so I think that's what's prolonging this whole Ryan Garcia, Campbell fight. Who knows if it's going to happen, man, this year? And then we see this, and then we see this, and then we see this. I mean, what the heck is this? You know what I'm saying? The Concrete Jungle, thank you so much for, posting that. It says here, Ryan Garcia pulls up, like I said, links will be in the description of everything we're going to see. Ryan Garcia pulls up on Jake Paul with contract in hand. I mean, come on, man. What are these guys doing? I mean, the DAZN celebrity boxing match on the way. I mean, come on, man. Why am I talking about this then? Because, I mean, it relates to the sport of boxing, and it disappoints me because Ryan Garcia, who knows? He's desperate. That's what I think is going on. That's what I think is going on here. He's desperate, man. He needs money. He needs money. Why? Because I mean, remember months ago he was complaining about his 250,000 whatever right deal that he had with his fight, and he denied the fight or whatever. He rejected it or something. I don't even remember, man. And you know, before that, he also had problems. Before he extended the new contract or what have you, right? Extended his deal with Golden Boy Promotions. Before that, he was also complaining. And then, you know, supposedly he signed the best deal for a prospect in boxing. And now he's doing this. Now he's doing this. Then it says here, Jake says Oscar De La Hoya is Ryan's daddy. Oh my gosh. Oh no, don't say that. No, I'm just kidding. You say you try to dramatize all this stuff, man. It's just games. This is just games, you know. And it says, I guess DAZN and Golden Boy Promotions cannot lock. Exactly. I agree, man, with that right there. Looks like they can't lock it, and you know, we're seeing this, man. We're seeing this. Like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, they're gonna fight. Look at the adrenaline going. Look at little doggies. I hope the doggies don't get hurt there. Oh, he just smacked it out of it. Oh, I got the contract in my hand. I got the contract. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Stop playing these games. Stop playing these games. So what do you guys think about this, man? I personally think, like I said, I think Ryan Garcia is just desperate. He's just desperate, man. He needs money. I feel it. I'm not saying I don't. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I don't, you know, understand Ryan Garcia. We got to understand and go, you know, be in his shoes. I said this some time ago, man, that, you know, well, when this whole, you know, Canelo suing Golden Boy, DAZN stuff, drama, whatever you want to call it, right? I was saying there that it's probable that, you know, we're going to get to that news in a moment right now too, that Canelo is going to be a free agent sooner or later. I think sooner than later. Okay. I think Canelo is going to leave Golden Boy, leave DAZN. I even said it some time ago when, you know, I don't remember when it was, before this whole lawsuit, if I remember correctly, I went live, and, you know, he just by looking at the evidence and the way his relationship is with Oscar De La Hoya, I was alluding to that, you know, I don't see Canelo much longer in Golden Boy, man. I don't see him in Golden Boy much longer. Why do I say all this? Because I also see the same with Ryan Garcia, man. I don't know. I don't see him. I just don't see him, you know, with Golden Boy much longer. You know what I'm saying? And because, you know, he's suffering, man. He needs money. I mean, he wants to box. He needs to work, and Golden Boy's not delivering for him. You know, and what does Ryan Garcia have to resort to this? You know, so I'm not knocking him, but it's like, you know, at the same time, I do sometimes as a critic, as a fan of the sport. You know what I'm saying? You know, he should have just taken that 200 or whatever, what he was crying about, or money, and just fight, bro. Just fight. You know, stop doing all this social media, Twitter and Instagram stuff. I mean, I understand that he ain't going to stop, but, you know, match it with your boxing, bro. Match it with actions. You know, all these clips he's pushing out there in social media. I get it. It's cool. He's doing amazing marketing. You know what I'm saying? He's marketing, he's promoting himself in a fabulous way, a spectacular way. You just go to his followers. Y'all know the story. So many followers, blah, blah, blah. But he has to, you know, match it with boxing, man. You got to go fight more, bro. You know, Ryan Garcia has a lot of potential. I've said it time and time again. You know, I think he's going to be a pretty good fighter, man. I think he's going to be, you know, in the future, if he does the right decisions. That's the thing here. We got to understand. He has to make the right decisions. If not, he's going to be stuck with, you know, Daddy Oscar De La Hoya, as Jake Paul said. He's going to be stuck with him, kind of like Bud Crawford stuck with Bob Arum, kind of like Demetrius Andrade, you know, stuck with Eddie Hearn, not getting the fights they want. That's how I see Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy, man. That's how it's going to be. If he's just stuck there, now he's stuck to a contract. We got to understand that too. Who knows how long that contract is? From what I understand, it didn't come out to light. You know, when he re-signed or extended or whatever he did with Golden Boy, it wasn't said how long that contract is. So he's stuck with Oscar, man. Who knows for how long? I hope it isn't for a long time, because, you know, Ryan Garcia, man, he's getting desperate now. He's going around. Supposedly he was going to fight Campbell. Now he's doing this. I mean, I understand from both sides. You know, I understand from both sides. He's just getting desperate. He needs money, and this is what he's doing. I personally think he's just desperate, man. I mean, nobody want to see this nonsense. I mean, my personal opinion, I think it's nonsense, man. You know, why are you going to fight Jake Paul, a YouTuber? This is a joke, man. But I also see it, you know, I see it from the, you know, shoes of Ryan Garcia. You know, try to get in his shoes, you know, and see what he's going through, you know, feel what he feels, you know what I'm saying, as a fighter. he has a lot of desire, to fight. He wants to fight. He's anxious. He's young, man. I mean, yeah, he's a grown man and stuff. But what I mean is, technically he's an adult. He's an adult. Okay. So technically he's an adult, but at the age he's at, his emotions are high. He wants to go fight and he's not getting the fights. I mean, he's just stuck, man. I mean, I said this recently on shouts out again, to Blue Blood, always shouting him out, man, showing me love, man, inviting me on his platform the other day, last week. And, I talked about this. He asked me, he asked us, the panel with Curtis Anderson, everything boxing, salute to the panel, man, love them. He asked us about, Andrade, how we see Andrade in this situation. You know what I'm saying? What do I think of Andrade? And I said the same, what I was saying right now, that, Andrade is stuck to Eddie Hearn, man. He extended his contract to DAZN or Matchroom or whatever. And this was back in 2018, if I remember correctly. And look at the situation Andrade is in. Look at the situation he's in. Look at the skills that he has. And he's just stuck. And I'm just tired of it, dude. It's just like, it frustrates me, man. Seeing fighters with such, potential, skill, you know what I mean? The sky's the limit for these guys. And they tie themselves to these guys, and they would have been better off as free agents. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, with the clout he has, with the followers that he has, he would have been way better off as a free agent. He could have left. He shouldn't have, in my personal opinion, he should have just left Oscar, man, before re-signing to Golden Boy. And he would have been right now amazing, man. I think he would have been a lot better. He would have had more fights had he been a free agent. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend too much time on that fluff news. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get you guys to know that, see that, what Ryan is doing. I mean, I think it's sad. I personally think that's sad, man. So let's go on to the next. This is kind of intertwining. This intertwines with, to a certain extent to Ryan Garcia, but this is with Canelo now. Let's check it out. All right. I want to show you the screen here. And let me I'll just read it here. There's an article here. Like I said, I'll leave the links in the description of everything, right? So, yesterday when I went live with Curtis Anderson, Reggie Owens, I don't remember who said it. I think it was Lawrence Williams. Shouts out to Lawrence, L-Dub. I think he said that the purse bid, all right, for Canelo versus Avni Yildirim, was postponed. No. He said that it starts Monday or something along those lines. He said that, the purse bid is going to start tomorrow, I think, or something like that. He said it was going to start. I don't remember what date he put, but it was going to start soon. Very, 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 very soon. Like the next day or something, and this was yesterday. We went live about it. And just wait a second, you guys. Let me go ahead and do this real fast. Just bear with me just a second. I like to share like images sometimes here when I'm, just right here. Bam. All right, there we go. So the news today, all right, is that it was postponed, okay? It says here, World Boxing Council chiefs have updated the current status of a purse bid for Canelo Alvarez to fight for the vacant WBC super middleweight title. As you guys know, Benavidez, because he lost his weight, now the WBC super middleweight title has been vacant. Canelo never called out Benavidez all these years that Benavidez has had that title, and now all of a sudden, there's a vacant, that title is vacant now. And now he wants to go get the title. I mean, it's just like, man, Canelo, but whatever, it is what it is. Right. So it postponed. All right. So they postponed the purse bid. All right. I don't remember to what date. Yeah, here we go. It says releasing their information on Monday, the WBC said the WBC is officially confirming the postponement of the purse offer ceremony for the Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Avni Yildirim fight. Canelo versus Yildirim is due to be for the vacant WBC super middleweight championship. Okay, so the new date has been set, here we go, for Tuesday, October 6th. So supposedly, from what I understand, the purse bid was supposed to start today, all right? Or it was to start before that postponed schedule. Okay, so now it's postponed to October. I think that's the date I just said right now, right? It was October 6th to be conducted on an open video conference, it says here. So it's postponed. Who knows why? Okay, I have no idea why. But I don't know who's going to pick this fight up, who will buy it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the purse bid, what do you guys think? There has been rumors saying that, maybe Al Heyman will pick it up, PBC, And, Canelo will get the opportunity to fight for PBC, you know what I'm saying, in PBC platform. I mean, temporarily while he gets this whole crazy situation, lawsuit. Who knows if he's going to lift, who knows if Canelo's going to modify his lawsuit and fix it up or whatever with his lawyers. You know what I'm saying? And in the meantime, fight as a free agent, or who knows, right? Soccer Training Club, thanks so much, family. Thanks. So we're just going over some boxing, talking some news, some updates, with some news here. So we're talking right now about the purse bid for Canelo versus Avni Yildirim for the title, the vacant title. It postponed till October 3rd. All right. So this is going to be, right now we're September 21st. It's going to be until, October 3rd. It's going to be until a couple weeks from now. So right now we're on September 21st. So it's going to be in a couple weeks, September, October, about a couple weeks. So, it's postponed. I really don't know why. I don't think the article here says why. So I don't know, what or who's going to pick this up. It's just a sad situation. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because we got the same thing over and over again with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight Benavidez when Benavidez had the title for a while. All of a sudden, he loses weight. He misses weight, and the title's vacant, and now he wants to fight, and he wants to fight against an Avni Yildirim. I don't know about this whole thing, man. I think it's kind of sad, man, that Canelo's just waiting for that opportunity for an easier opponent in order to get a title. Same thing we saw with Rucka Fielding, debatably with Kovalev, you know what I'm saying, when he fought Kovalev. Older Kovalev, out of prime Kovalev. Same story with Canelo, man. Love Canelo, but now let's just see real quick. I want to show you guys, hold on a second. Let me just get here. Let's see. I just want you guys to see visually this guy's record, okay? Okay, I just want to show you. So you can just visualize and see the type of opponent that Canelo's shooting for here. I don't know, man. This stuff discouraged me. It discourages me. You know what I'm saying? So we have here Avni Yildirim. He's 21-2. He fought Anthony Dirrell. Anthony Dirrell, when he fought, you can tell, man, when Anthony Dirrell fought, Benavidez, remember, I don't know if you guys saw that fight, but Anthony Dirrell, he's 35 now, and, he's just not. And he lost to Avni. He lost right here. He lost against Anthony Dirrell. He lost against Anthony Dirrell. It's like, yeah, and they fought in 2019. So I don't see Anthony Dirrell for a while. He's not in his prime anymore. That's what I'm trying to say here. He's not in his prime, and Avni lost to him. So yeah, so he fought Lalanga. I don't really know these guys, man. That's what I'm saying here. Like, this is the guy that Canelo is shooting for to fight for the title. So, it's just not an exciting fight, man. We know that if the purse bid, somebody buys the purse bid, buys it out, Canelo's going to take this dude out. Chris Eubank Jr. fought him. I respect Chris Eubank Jr. I like his style. A lot of people knock him, but I like him. I like Chris Eubank Jr. He has heart, man. He fights. And excuse me. I like him, man. I don't know. I know a lot of people knock him, but I like him, man. I like Chris Eubank. When he fought Groves in the, if I'm not mistaken, World Boxing Super Series, he put up a good fight. He lost by the skin of his teeth against Billy Joe Saunders. It was by the skin of his teeth, man. Billy Joe was just, and there was a lot of clinching in that fight, man. When you go back to Chris Eubank Jr. versus Billy Joe Saunders, a lot of clinching. Looks like Billy Joe Saunders was just clinching the whole fight, man, and he barely won. So but I like Chris Eubank Jr., man. I got hopes for him, man. I hope he's gonna, do good in the division, in the sport of boxing. And Chris Eubank Jr. has been calling out Canelo for a long time, years. This was for a long time, you guys. So Chris Eubank got heart. He wants to fight, man. So I hope the best for him. You know what I'm saying? But he fought him. He lost to him. I just this is gonna be a no contest fight. If Canelo fights, this guy, it's going to be a no contest fight. What's the point of watching it? We know what's going to happen. Yes, I'm saying that I'm not excited about this because, it's going to be another no contest fight. I probably won't even watch it because we know what's going to happen. Okay, let's see what here Soccer Training Club guys say here. Postpone to abide by the league. I'm not sure, bro. I believe he has till the 28th of this month to refile. I'm not sure because I go to the article here. Okay, wait a second here. Let me just go back here. Let me just read some of the article, okay, from the beginning. It says, firstly, Canelo is currently embroiled, in a war with promoters and TV network DAZN over his career stalling in 2020. The Mexican superstar recently saw a legal bid or compensation hit a snag at the first hurdle. Okay, so the pound for pound king wants compensation due to the tune of 36.5 million paychecks he should have, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Due to disagreements over the potential opponents and scaling back by the streaming service, Canelo has zero. Okay, we know that. But let me just, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman attempted to intervene, here we go, by adding Canelo to the 168-pound mix and ordering a fight with #1 contender Avni Yildirim. As WBC franchise champion, Canelo can fight for any title at any weight whenever he so desires. Oh, that franchise championship, man. I don't like that. But whatever. DAZN reportedly scoffed at the prospect of Canelo versus Yildirim. I think not just DAZN, man. The boxing community scoffing at that, man. I mean, but what it is, right? Leading to the WBC. Okay, so we go. Leading to the WBC pushing a purse bid back as all sides discuss the next move. Okay, so it looks like along the lines of what you're saying, bro. It looks like along the lines of what you're saying, Soccer Training Club, that, it looks like, because of the whole legal situation and what's going on, yeah, so it looks like they're just giving a little bit moment to breathe to see what he's going to do, so the 28th of this month to refile. Okay, I don't really know until what date he has to refile, but, Canelo's really quiet. Canelo's side is very quiet. That's how he is. Canelo's just a quiet guy. You know what I mean? He doesn't really speak too much to media. He doesn't, so, I mean, we'll see. I'm really curious. I'm really curious if he's going to refile, if, and this is what I said in my last, when I talked about this, that, like I said, I think I took the video down. I don't remember why I took it down for some reason. I don't remember why I took it down when I made a video about, and some of you guys saw it. I saw that some of you guys saw it, but I took it down. I just don't recall why. Sometimes my memory goes blank, man. But I talked about in that video that in the first place, check this out. When Canelo filed this lawsuit against DAZN and Golden Boy, supposedly his team, okay, this is where I'm kind of iffy. Canelo has the money, obviously, to hire. I'm just drinking water, sorry. Laia J, what's good, girl? What is good? How you doing, girl? Thank you so much for tuning in, girl. We're just talking a little boxing. You know what it is. You know what it is, Lay. You know what? In the platform I'm using, Lele, I can't leave you some breakfast. I would leave some breakfast, right? So you can eat some breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Virtually, I can't. I don't know how the heck to do that on this platform, but sorry about that. So Canelo has enough money to have the right legal team and what have you, right? Top-notch lawyers. But they got it wrong in the terminology or whatever, right? They got it wrong. So doesn't that make you question something there? Don't you think that's what I said in the video? I took it down, like I said, but I just want to, explain what I said there in this aspect, that don't you think the Canelo's legal team should have known better? I don't know. I'm just saying. Don't you think Canelo's legal team should have known better on how to use the correct terminology in the lawsuit? Is this common? Okay, like I said, I'm not a legal guy. I didn't study law. I study academia. All right, I'm studying a degree in it. I don't really care about law. I don't have no interest in like I don't have interest in medicine or being a doctor or a nurse. That's just not my area. You know what I'm saying? Those aren't my areas. I don't, in other professions, engineering or whatever. But don't you think that the type of lawyers and legal team that Canelo has should have gotten it right? And doing such a big lawsuit of this magnitude, that's where it gets me kind of like, it makes you think, doesn't it? It makes it Robert Guerra. Thank you so much, family. Thanks so much for tuning in, bro. We're just talking about the legal situation with Canelo and the news that they postponed the purse bid, man. They postponed the purse bid to fight Avni Yildirim, as you see here. Okay, so they postponed it. So, and it looks like they gave a limit of time to refile this lawsuit that got rejected by the Supreme Court, if I remember correctly, because of the lack of precise terminology, of the defendants that Canelo is suing. Okay. And it makes me doubt, because it's like, dude, you should have a top-notch legal team around you, Canelo. And why did they not get the terminology right? I'm sure these lawyers this legal team should have enough experience to get it right. That's what makes me kind of doubt. It's like, I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of weird. I mean, wouldn't you expect, you're a multi-millionaire, and you have you have a legal team around you. Wouldn't you expect them to get it right? Because you supposedly the legal team you have around you, man, is top notch, and they have a lot of experience. I don't know, man. That just stuff makes me kind of doubt. I don't know. Like, so I'm not a law guy, whatever, right? Let's see what Soccer Training Club says here. The word is that Maloney firm. Yeah, Maloney firm. Thank you. And wait a second here. Yeah, that's why it just seems odd to me. So the word is that Maloney firm intentionally screwed up so that DAZN and Oscars. Are you really? Where did you hear that from, Soccer Training Club? Please let me know, all right? I mean, it sounds accurate. That's why I said there's something here. I didn't say it like that, but I had a doubt in the back of my head. Like, how can that be? How can it be that, top-notch firm, paid by a multimillionaire Canelo star, people call him, quote unquote, the face of boxing. That's debatable, whatever. How can they mess up like that? Something doesn't click here. You know what I'm saying? Something doesn't click. So it can be that sounds legit, Soccer Training Club. That sounds legit. That Canelo, this could have been a ploy to like intimidate Oscar De La Hoya and DAZN to show that hey, I wanna do something against you guys because you guys are doing what I want. It can be. And it can have Oscar and DAZN. And I said it in my video. I took it down, man. I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys. I took it down, man. I made a video on this like right in the day after this whole lawsuit stuff came about, the news. I made a video on it and I explained these details that, maybe DAZN and Oscar will, make a settlement, behind closed doors. And maybe they won't refile. Maybe Oscar and his team won't refile the lawsuit. You know what I mean? And there'll probably there will probably be an agreement between DAZN, Oscar, and Canelo, and then they'll sign, and then they'll live happily ever after. If that's the case, Canelo's gonna fight the rest of his fights on DAZN, and I think he's gonna retire after that. Okay, that's just what I see. That's what I see. Same thing. How I see. Call me crazy, whatever. It's all good. This is just what I see. I said it yesterday. I've been saying it on my platform recently that. This is kind of how I see also Spence and Bud is going to happen until approximately 2022, latest 2023, and then Bud will retire right off in the wind. I think that's what's going to happen. And if they make some kind of deal, DAZN, Oscar, a new deal, and adjust the stipulations and terms or whatever with Canelo, and they are happy and okay, let's continue. And Canelo continues on the zone to finish those fights. He has like 7 fights left or something. I think he's going to retire after that, man. I don't think we're going to see too much legacy with Canelo in that respect. You know what I'm saying? So Robert Guerra, thanks so much for tuning in, family. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. We have here Soccer Training Club continues to say that the Maloney firm, okay, I don't know anything of these guys. Okay, so Patrick and Gregory are Jerry Springer caliber and don't screw up. Okay, I don't know, man. I really don't know about these guys. I don't. It's just weird. It just makes me doubt, that whole thing about them getting the terminology wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of weird. So yeah, I think what you're saying, a Soccer Training Club, I think it is that they intentionally possibly screwed it up for that. You know what I'm saying? Just to give Oscar and DAZN some time to fix things up. You know what I mean? To fix it up, clean up their mess, and get things right for Canelo, you know, concerning the stipulations and things that he's demanding. So, you know, but so so in the midst of all this, so Canelo, you know, versus Yildirim, as you guys can see here, you know, I'm sorry, you guys see the box, right? So the purse bid is postponed until, that's the news I want to give you concerning this, October 6th. So it's postponed until October 6th. We'll see. So the question here is, we're going to see if Canelo refiles. Okay. We'll see if he refiles the lawsuit. Okay. So we're just going to see. We're going to keep, you know, our eyes on this and see what happens. Okay. Let's see what happens with Canelo. I hope the best for him. I'm not knocking him at all. Definitely not. I hope the best for Canelo. And let's just hope. I just hope he fights the good fights. That's what I want, man. I want him to see him fight. I don't want to see him fight Avni Yildirim. I don't want to see this purse bid getting bought and paid out or whatever by whatever promotional company. Who cares? And if he fights this guy, I mean, Canelo's going to take this dude out. It's just no contest. No contest at all. You know what I'm saying? All due respect to Avni Yildirim, but it's just no contest at all. That's how I see it. You know, that's how I see this fight playing out. There's no point in really watching it. We know who's going to win. You know what I'm saying? We know who's going to win. That's the thing. We want to see competitive fights. I want to see a fight where you say, you know what? I don't know who's going to beat this one. This is going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not happening. So I don't know what the heck. So we'll see what happens. So that's the Canelo news right there. So that's the news right there. The purse bid is postponed until October 6th. That's what I said, right? Or October 3rd. Did I say October 3rd? I'm sorry, guys. Let me just reiterate there. Let me get it correct. October 6th. Yeah, October 6th. So let's go to the next news. This is interesting stuff. Watch. May not sound interesting, but it's interesting according to, look at what I said. This is what I've been saying. And Spence said it just recently. He just said it recently. And, you know, great minds think alike, right? Nah, I'm just kidding, man. Right. So let me read here. Spence. You know, he gave his input concerning Charlo versus Rosario, Mel Charlo versus Rosario. He said Jermell is going to try to dominate, knock this dude out. Okay. I agree, definitely. I mean, but the thing here is that, okay, the thing here is what Spence is saying is, okay, let me go down here. Check this out. It says here, Rosario, quote, this is quote from Spence, right? Rosario, he's a big fighter. He's not small, okay? And he finally gets to go to training camp, prepare for fights right, instead of just taking a fight or jumping in a fight in 4 weeks or 5 weeks. He's finally got 10-week or a 12-week training camp. That's cool. So, you know, Spence is saying, you know, I mean, he has a lot of he's going to have a complete training camp, going to be prepared. And then Spence continues to say, check this out. There was Spence, the truth, man down. Okay, he says, I watched his virtual press conference earlier this week. Pay attention to this, guys, ladies and gentlemen. He said, he's got some swagger. Watch this. He's wearing designer shades, stuff like that. The hunger is different now, especially after his signature win. So I feel like he's going to come with it, and with Jermell. I feel like Charlo twins, they always feel like they have something to prove. They feel like they're going to knock you out. They feel like everyone is against them. With them, they have a chip on their shoulders. They always have to prove something. So he's talking about this, you know, about this whole thing. Okay, he continues to say, so with this fight, Jermell has to prove he's the best fighter at 154, and he's going to try to dominate and knock this dude out. So I just think it's going to be a great fight all around. Jermell is in great shape right now, training hard in the Texas heat. He's already basically on weight, and I'm excited for this matchup. I just wish him the best, definitely, man. And right here, Spence continues to say, I'm going to go back in a moment to what Spence was saying, but hold on. He says this, I like Rosario as a fighter, but I think Jermell is going to beat him. I agree. And he continues to say, Rosario has been stopped before. He has been hurt before. And recently, Jermell's been showing knockout power. Oof. I feel like if he catches Rosario with a good shot, he could stop him. But I'm going with Charlo by decision. We know that Spence and the Charlo brothers are very close. They're family. You know what I'm saying? They're friends, really close friends. You know what I'm saying? But you know, aside from that, you know, I agree here. Look, let me go back to what he was saying. Spence was saying about Rosario. I watched his virtual press conference. He's got some swagger. He's wearing, you know, designer shades, stuff like that. There was some platforms out there that were talking about, you know, how Rosario looks with them shades and the, you know, the black shirt he was wearing and, you know, the chain, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I talked about this. I don't know when it was, but I talked about, hold on here. Let's put this. I talked about how Rosario, okay, he got the belts. Okay, he's on cloud 9 right now. Okay, I got to repeat it. This reminds me of. I'm not saying it's the same situation, no, right? But you know, Rosario, he has a lot of success now because he got those belts. An impressive win. You know what I'm saying? An impressive win. You know, against it was J-Rock, right? So an impressive win. So he's on cloud 9. Okay. This reminds me of Eleider Alvarez when he fought Kovalev. Okay. When he fought Kovalev, remember, you go back to the first fight, he beat Kovalev wonderfully. Okay. He beat Kovalev wonderfully. And I mean, he was on cloud 9 when he beat Kovalev. I mean, you beat Kovalev. Kovalev was still, I don't think he was out of his prime just at that time. Not much, at least. Okay. I think he was going a little bit over the hill when Eleider Alvarez fought him. Okay. But, you know, he won, champion, you know what I'm saying? And before the rematch, he rematched Kovalev. Kovalev was crying for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get that revenge. He wanted to get that revenge back from Eleider Alvarez. And dude, when Eleider Alvarez fought Kovalev for the second time, he wasn't the same Eleider Alvarez, man. He wasn't the same, because I think personally, Eleider Alvarez got confident because of the success. We saw the same thing with Andy Ruiz when he beat Anthony Joshua. You see it time and time again. Unfortunately, people, when they get their when fighters, you know, get that belt, sometimes they get complacent, man. We see it time and time again. You don't see too much fighters nowadays have belts for a long time, have belts for, you know, sometimes it's common to see fighters when they get belts, they keep them for a short period of time, because many times they get complacent because now they're the champ. Now they're untouchable. Now I got success. Now I got more money. Now I can live my lavish life a little bit more. It's no problem. You buy some things. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Have some time, enjoy your life. It's all good. But sometimes fighters get a little bit too complacent. That's exactly what happened with Eleider Alvarez. Okay. Let me show you something. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Bear with me a couple seconds here. All right. I want to show you this. Okay. So let me show you this. Just wait a second, please. All right. One moment. So I just want to show you just to emphasize a little bit more. All right. 1 second. So we got right there. Let me show you this. Okay. So I'm sure you guys can see it, right? So we got here Eleider Alvarez. And I just want to show you something, all right? So he had fought in 2018. This was a couple of years ago. So the Sergey Kovalev in 2018, I think, you know, I don't think he was in his, you know, I think he was over the hill a little bit, just a little bit over the hill. You know, the Sergey Kovalev that fought Canelo was really over the hill, okay? So, but the Sergey Kovalev that fought Eleider Alvarez in 2018, okay? He knocked him out. It was a nice knockout. I mean, Eleider Alvarez was sharp. He boxed beautifully when he fought Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev was a little bit over the hill, but he was game. You know what I'm saying? He's game. And between these two fights, check it out, 2018, August, okay, February, I mean, August, September, October, November, December, January, 6 months, a 6-month period. 2019, they rematched and he lost, okay, by unanimous decision. I think that Eleider Alvarez got confident in between that time. He was champ. I think he got complacent. He didn't train as well, because when you go back to that rematch, it wasn't the same Eleider Alvarez, man. It wasn't the first one. I personally think he lost his hunger, man. He lost his hunger and fire, man. I think he just got too complacent with that success. And check this out, guys. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. When he fought Joe Smith recently, he just fought him in was in August. Man, time flies so fast. Seems like it was just a couple weeks ago, but it was August. Did you guys see that fight? I don't know if you guys did, but it seemed like it wasn't really promoted too much. August 22nd here of 2020, he fought Joe Smith. Joe Smith is a pretty good fighter, man. I got nothing to take against him, take away from him. You know what I'm saying? Eleider Alvarez was not, I don't know what was going on, dude. I thought Eleider Alvarez was going to beat Joe Smith. I really did. You know, I was actually excited for this fight. I thought Eleider Alvarez was going to, you know, do something different. But, man, Joe Smith was really pounding him on the inside, man, and he just took him out. He knocked him so hard that, man, he just fell through the ropes, man. TKO. I'm sorry, Alvarez. I feel sorry for Eleider Alvarez, man. And I think, look, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm thinking, and it looks like it. You know, you can just see it. This loss right here, you know, I don't think Eleider Alvarez was the same. You know, he went and fought this guy, Michael Seals. You know, he beat him, but I just don't think he was the same ever since he lost to. I'm not off topic. We're gonna go back to Jason Rosario right now. So I think after this loss, you know, before this loss, between his first win against Kovalev and the rematch against Kovalev, that's where I think Eleider Alvarez. Let me correct myself. That's where I think Eleider Alvarez wasn't the same anymore. Let me correct that. So let me clarify that. Between the first and second fight of Kovalev, you know, right here around this time period, that's where Eleider Alvarez wasn't the same again. He lost his hunger because you just go back and watch the rematch. It wasn't the same Eleider at all. You can tell he wasn't really training. I think he got too confident. And if I'm not mistaken, in the post fight, I think he said something along those lines. If I'm not mistaken, that he just wasn't, you know, he just didn't train as well. Even if he didn't say it, I think that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I mean, Andrew Ruiz, go back to that recent example with Andy Joshua. Same thing happened. These guys sometimes get their championship belts. You know what I'm saying? This was for the IB, you know, right here, World Light Heavyweight title, WBO. You know, he was champ. You know, he got them belts. I think it was the 2 belts. I don't remember, man. But yeah, and just he was on cloud 9, man. You know, swimming in the success. And just lost a fire. It's just sad, man. So right here is where Eleider Alvarez wasn't the same again between these 2 fights. That's how I see it. And then he fought this guy. He won, nice. But then he got smashed by Joe Smith. He got smashed. And I feel sorry for Eleider Alvarez. I definitely do, guys. I definitely do, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I feel sorry for him. I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I liked Eleider Alvarez. I like him. I was going for Eleider Alvarez when he fought Kovalev for the first time. I was rooting for Alvarez, and when he knocked him, man, when he beat him, I was like, yes, amazing win. I was so cheering for Eleider Alvarez, and I was thinking, come on, Eleider Alvarez, you can be king in this division. But this is what happened. You see, this is what happened, and it's sad. It hurt me, man. You know, maybe a lot of people don't pay attention to Eleider Alvarez. I did. You know, I like him, and it's sad what happened to him. It's sad. Just bear with me. Hold on 1 second here. Let me share this. Okay. So now let me get back. Okay. Let me get back to what I was saying about Jason Rosario. Okay. I've been saying this recently and I'm just repeating it so we can get it clear. Okay. Because this is what Spence is saying. Spence said this. Okay. I'm going to repeat it. I watched his virtual press conference. Okay. He's got some swagger. He's wearing designer shades, stuff like that. If I remember correctly, he's talking about Rosario there. Okay. The hunger is different now, especially after a signature win. So I feel like he's going to come with it and with Jermell. Now, Spence, his approach. Okay, Spence is saying it like this. You know, he's successful. Rosario's successful after a signature win against J-Rock, right? His hunger is different, and he's going to come with it more. But I think kind of differently. Okay, I think kind of differently. I think that Jason Rosario, he's swimming in success. He got those belts, man. Look what he has accomplished, ladies and gentlemen. Look what Rosario has accomplished. This can be dangerous. It can be. I'm not saying it is like this. No, I'm not saying it's like this. All right. No, but I'm just, you know, I brainstorm things. Jason Rosario, he definitely has to be focused. He cannot be another champ that we're describing right now, that we've been describing. That he can't be another one of those temporary champs. He can't be like another one of those temporary champs who have a wonderful and accomplish a wonderful signature win and swim in success, and get carried away with that and stop training as much as they did before they had them belts, before they swam in that success. You got to keep that same hunger. And Rosario has that risk of falling into that. Okay. He has that risk. You can see a little bit of evidence. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. There's nothing wrong. Okay. I mean, yeah, wearing designer clothes, that swagger, designer shades and things of that nature. Nothing wrong with that. Of course not. You enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's awesome. That's awesome, Rosario. Banana, Jason, good. Just enjoy the fruits of your labor, bro. Enjoy it. But don't get comfortable, man. Don't get comfortable, because you're going to face a lion. you're going to face somebody, who does not play. You're going to face somebody. Check this out, guys. Rosario's going to face a Jermell who, with or without the belt, is always hungry. He is always hungry. He fights. When he has that belt, he fights as if he didn't have the belt. That's just how I see Jermell Charlo, man. When he has the belt, he fights as if he didn't have the belt. You see what I'm saying? So I hope Rosario understands. I think he does. Okay. I think he does understand the magnitude of his opponents. Oh my gosh. But he has the risk. We don't see it. Check this out, guys. We don't see behind closed doors what Rosario, he seems kind of exclusive. He seems kind of, quiet behind closed doors. Like he's not really a media person. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's on cloud nine with them belts, champion, you know what I mean? It seems like he's not really out in the media, out in the open like other fighters are, like the Charlos are, like, Ryan Garcia, like, Teofimo even, he's a lot in social media also, you know what I'm saying? You just got other fighters that are a lot more out in the media, you know what I'm saying? Spence is out there too, you can tell, you can see their lifestyles. Tank Davis, obviously. You can see, we can get a good scope of their lifestyles. We can get a good scope of fighters' lifestyles. That's what I'm saying, through media. But Jason Rosario, we can't. We don't see much. We're back. My fault, man. Look, internet disconnection, but we're back. So there is a possibility. Getting back to what I was saying, there's a possibility. I don't know if I can say a probability, but there's a good possibility that Rosario is getting a little complacent because of the success. We've seen it time and time again, historically speaking, with fighters. So that's what kind of gets to me here. That's what, we see a little evidence. Like I said, nothing wrong with buying, the finer things of life. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. But you got to be very careful, Rosario. You got to be ready. You definitely got to fight and train as you did before you got those belts, champ. Fight and train, before fighting Jermell Charlo. Train and have that mindset and have that same fire that you had, before you got those belts, champ. I mean, let's get to the chat real quick. I want to get here. Charlo is expected to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rosario upsets. Yeah, man. I mean, this is the element, Starker Training Club. This is the element that if Rosario has that same fire, has that same hunger that he has or had before he got those belts, and if he beats Rosario, that will be the key that will give him the victory. I think personally. I think Jermell Charlo is going to win, but this is what makes this fight great. This is what makes the buildup of this fight great. And this is what makes a great matchup, because these are the type of matchups what I was saying earlier. These are the type of fights that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? Where we say, oh, I don't know, maybe this guy will win. Oh, no, I don't know, maybe this guy will win, because, it's going to be great, man. So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either, bro. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Rosario comes and takes out Charlo. But I just don't think it's gonna happen, man. Yeah, Mark Blake, me too. I wanted everyone. When you go back to when Kovalev fought Andre Ward, son of God, salute to the champ. Man, love Andre Ward. Love Andre Ward. When Andre Ward fought Kovalev the first time, he won, and then they rematched. I didn't like Kovalev's whining and complaining in the rematch. Oh, low blows, low blow. Everything was a low blow for him. Punching to the stomach when Kovalev would go to the body. Smart fighter, such a smart fighter. Andre Ward, man. When he would go to the body, Kovalev whining and complaining. Oh, it was a low blow. And looking at the ref, and dude, you got knocked. And a lot of people said, no, it was a low blow. That was. Andre Ward didn't win, and I mean, it is what it is. He great body shots. That's what took Kovalev out. And that's what made me even want to see Kovalev go down more. It's like, dude, stop whining and complaining. You know what you're doing, dude. Just stop trying to do that. Just stop trying to do that. So I did too. I wanted to see Kovalev go down. Respect to Kovalev as a fighter. Okay, I know he has those controversial things outside the ring. I mean, horrible stuff, despicable things of his personal life. I don't like that. But I do respect his skill in the ring, man. I definitely respect it. But yeah, man, everybody. Yeah, I think a lot of people actually wanted Kovalev to lose. You know what I'm saying? Especially against Andre Ward, man. Definitely, I was going for Andre Ward, man. So I mean, it is what it is there. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Time, it seems like time goes by fast, right? But at the same time, it goes by kind of slow when you're waiting on these, anticipated fights. So I reiterate, what Spence was saying here. Spence is saying that, Rosario is going to come in with a different level of hunger, like a more intense level of hunger. I'm saying that, Rosario has the danger of being complacent. Like I said, he's on cloud 9, man. So Rosario has to be careful. Rosario has to be really, really have the same hunger that he had before he got those belts. If not, Charlo's going to come in and he's just going to take you out, man. I see Jermell Charlo beating Rosario by knockout, man. I think, but I said this time and time again, Jermell has to box. It's out in the open that Mel Charlo wants to knock out Rosario. I think he's training for that. Rosario is training to counter that. Rosario, I don't think he's just going to come in and bang. I think he's going to box intelligently. Jermell has to box also. And, that knockout will come naturally. So, hey, I just wanted to share that today. So, just to sum up the news, you got Ryan Garcia. He wants to fight Jake Paul, which I think is nonsense. But, the purse bid was postponed for Canelo versus Avni Yildirim, which I think shouldn't happen. Canelo's going to win. We all know what's going to happen there. That fight shouldn't even go down, man. So, and what Spence is saying about Rosario. So, man, I thank you guys so much. I got to get going, man. I just wanted to share that news with you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you go check out the live with Curtis Anderson, Reggie Owens. We chopped it up about the fights that recently went down, man. Great show. Go check it out. Like, subscribe if there are any new listeners. I thank everybody I thank all the new subscribers, all the subscribers that have been with me since day one. I thank you guys so much. I have a ball with each and every one of you, man. It's just great, going live with you guys. Stay safe. Remember, Josh Taylor's fighting this weekend. Yes. Fighting this Saturday, Josh Taylor against Kong Song. Josh Taylor, I hope he shows up and shows out, man. He's dedicated, what I'm saying? And the words out there, Jose Ramirez wants Josh Taylor. He wants that fight next. So we'll see, man. Let's just hope. Let's see what Josh Taylor has to bring this Saturday. So, man, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to everybody who showed up, man. Mark Blake, Soccer Training Club, Robert Guerra, Lay. If anybody likes gaming, go to Lay J, man. Go subscribe there. I like gaming. I'm a gamer at heart. I love gaming, man. I've been gaming since I was a kid, man. Before most of you guys. I've been gaming since vintage, baby. The vintage days. Yeah. So if you guys like it, go ahead and subscribe to Leia J, man. Lay, salute to you, man. Thank you guys so much. Everybody who tuned in, D Low, man. Thank you guys so much, man. One love. We're going to keep pushing content. Y'all know what it is. Renee Box Young. Like, subscribe, share. Till next one, family. Peace out.